1923 Main Street.
Home of everything to do with travel in style. We are your hosts.
I am Mike Braddock.
And I'm Amelia Braddock. And today, are you a traveler or a vacationer? And take the quiz to find out.
Yeah, we're going to have a little fun today. We have created a quiz to help you determine, are you a traveler or are you a vacationer?
Because personally, I like to think I'm a bit of both.
These are very different things, and we're going to get into that today. So we've created a 10-question, really simple quiz. It would take a minute to do. If you want to take part right now while we're doing this episode, all you need to do is keep track of your yes answers to 10 questions that I will read in a minute. Amelia has not heard these 10 questions, so we're going to do it live with her, and I will share my results after. The quiz was formed not by me, so it was skewed, but I put inputs into AI and asked AI to come up with 10 questions. I mean, I fixed the questions so that they are not AI written because, you know, AI is great for things like this, but it's not the best writer always. So anyway, the quiz will help you determine what kind of person you are when you travel or vacation. Yes or no answers. And let's talk a little bit about the difference between a vacationer and a traveler before we get into this.
Well, you know, I think it depends on the kind of person you are and also what kind of trip you're going on, because with certain destinations, it makes more sense to be one over the other. But when you're planning a trip, when you're planning a getaway, which do you lean more towards?
And there is some truth to that, but I think what you'll find is that travelers versus vacationers will lean to a preference when they choose what kind of trip to book.
Absolutely.
And we'll get into more details. I mean, we're talking around it because I don't want to skew the questions first. So vacationers, you know, they like comfort, convenience, check boxes, all-inclusives, that type of thing. Travelers are a bit more freestyle and curious, I would say. So, you know what? Before we get into any of this, let me do the quiz. Amelia, do not look at the questions. She's got her finger on the mouse, and I'm not letting her scroll down to the questions. All right, so let's do this right now. Keep track of your yes or no answers, both right. Amelia and everyone listening to the show. Yes or no answers only. Remember, there is no maybe, it depends, none of that. In those cases...
Well, listen, it does. It does depend.
Yes.
It always depends.
I had one of those too. But in those cases, go with your gut. Go with your first thing. One of them will have priority because that's just the way the quiz is going to work better. There will be some allowance for that in the results you will see. So if you're ready, are you ready, Amelia?
No, but let's go anyway.
All right. So remember, if you answer yes, count it on your fingers or something. There's only 10 questions, so you've got 10 fingers, hopefully. Or 10 toes. You got 10 something or a piece of paper and a pen. Are you ready? Number 1, do you prefer to plan the bare minimum so you leave time to explore more freely? Yes or no?
Well, I like to explore. I just like to plan my exploration.
So yes or no? Do you prefer to plan the bare minimum so you have more time to explore, essentially?
No.
Okay. Number 2. Have you ever skipped a famous tourist site in favor of a local recommendation that came up on the trip?
Yes.
Okay. Do you enjoy getting a little lost in a new city or wandering without a set agenda?
Okay, well, I don't get lost, but I like exploring a new city.
Yes. Well, you know.
So I'll go with yes, but I don't get lost.
It's getting a little lost in 1923 Main Street.
Perhaps.
All right. Question number 4. Would you rather eat at a hidden neighborhood cafe than a popular chain or a recommended guidebook restaurant?
Well, is the hidden cafe good?
So if you came across or someone recommended it on your trip,
if someone recommended it,
would you choose that over something that's in the guidebook or that is very commonly recommended? Would you be open to that? Yes or no? Or would you stick with the guidebook?
I don't like guidebooks. They're annoying, so yes.
Okay. Number 5. Do you love learning local customs, picking up a few words in the local language when you're away? Number 6. Have you ever changed your plans mid-trip just because something interesting came up?
Yes.
Number 7.
Plans are always adaptable.
Do you travel to connect with local people and culture and not just to unwind?
Yeah.
Would you trade a 5-star resort for a locally run guest house with character?
No.
Are you okay with a bit of discomfort if it means having a more authentic experience?
Preferably not.
And number 10, the final question. Do you feel more energized or most energized when you're somewhere unfamiliar rather than at a popular place you frequent?
Yeah.
All right. There it is. And you answered 7 yes questions. So if you're playing along at home, those are the questions. Hopefully you answered. Let me go through the key right now. If you answered 0 to 3 yes answers, you're more of a vacationer. There's nothing wrong with being a vacationer.
Being a vacationer is lovely.
You travel to relax, recharge, take in the sights with comfort and ease. Just don't forget to occasionally stray from your itinerary because the magic is often outside the guidebook. But you like all-inclusives. You like a Disney trip, where it's planned. It's all, that's a vacationer. If you answered yes 4 to 7 times, which is Amelia, you were on the very top end, you are a hybrid explorer.
That's what I said. That's what I connect with deeply.
You like a balance, a comfy bed, and a structured plan, but with room for curiosity. You're open to adventure, especially when it fits in the day's schedule. Is this sounding like you? It is. A little more freedom and spontaneity could turn you into a deeper story. And that is number 8 to 10 yes answers. I got 9, by the way. 8 to 10 yes answers. You are a true traveler. You live for the moment that can't be booked in advance. You seek connections over convenience and discovery over direction. Every journey's a chance to learn, grow, and get beautifully lost. You are one of us, being me, if you are a traveler, a true traveler. Now,
you know what? I think it does depend on a lot of these questions, actually.
My one depends was the one about 5-star hotel, because the truth is, now I went with my gut and said no. Otherwise, I would have had 10 out of 10.
Well, good
but
for
the truth
you.
is, on site, it does depend, but my gut would be no. I am a luxury hotel person who likes to explore. And, when I lived in Europe, literally, we would go to places and the whole group would go and do some travel to ruins or something, and I alone would do something else. That is the traveler in me, just because I didn't want to do the touristy things. So, a little fun, there's no right or wrong answer. It's just how you want to travel.
Well, see, plans are amazing and I love planning, but plans have to be adaptable.
Well, that's what the hybrid is. And that's where I was saying, just answer yes or no, because the results key did basically allow for that. And that's why you ended up exactly where you are. That's what the hybrid is. I'm sure a lot of travelers are going to find out that they are hybrid as well.
Which I think is great because then you get to experience both.
Yeah, absolutely. It really depends. If you're an extreme one way or another, then you're going to want to book more. I've never in my life gone to an all-inclusive, put it that way, nor would I ever.
I don't know if I could. I don't know if I
don't
could
like
go.
them.
I would love a good beach trip, but I don't know if I could go to an all-inclusive and just stay there.
I mean, even when we go on Disney vacations, we prefer to wing it. As opposed to planning every last minute.
Okay, well, speak for yourself.
Yeah,
I plan. I just incorporate rest time.
Yeah, I would just rather not overplan, plan but don't. You obviously have to do some planning on any trip, vacation, travel, whatever you're doing. You have to plan. I guess you could just go to the airport and get on a plane and stuff. But a little fun for you to let us know on social media, what kind of traveler are you? And I'm really curious to see what the results are on this. So respond to us on social media. We'll be posting a little bit about this week on Instagram, on Facebook, on X, if you're still on there. We're not trying to move our way off there, but also on Blue Sky and on Threads. We're all over the place. So check it out. Let us know how you did on the quiz. I'm curious.
There's lots of things to explore, and let us know your favorite spots to be a traveler or a vacationer.
Yeah, especially if you're hybrid.
Yes. Recommend me spots.
And if you're a Disney traveler, let us know. Are you almost, there's almost a microclimate. Are you a hybrid Disney traveler? Are you a Disney vacationer, right?
I think, yeah, being a...
If you use a travel agent and you go to Disney, you're a Disney vacationer because they're just going to plan everything for you, and you're probably really antsy about staying on your plan. That is completely not me ever at Disney World. I really don't like that. I mean, obviously, you got to get to dinner. Those things aren't the same as, micro planning every minute of every day. That's a vacationer. Yeah. Or could be a beach vacation. But the point is, you don't have the sort of desire to go off-road. What's over there? I don't know what I'm doing today. I had no idea. Let's just figure something out. That's more my style.
Okay, well...
I know it's not yours. You'll do the things, but
hybrid.
They make you anxious. Right?
No. I just require an in-depth amount of research into things I will explore.
Okay. You are a hybrid.
It's not Listen, I will explore things in the city. I will delve into the culture. I will just plan it and research it first.
I know, because we've been places in Europe, and I go, what are we doing? We're doing this, and you're like, wait a minute, I didn't know we were doing it. Well, who cares? Let's just do it.
I care. I'm a control freak.
Right. You were high on the hybrid. You were almost a traveler range. But,
I don't think I can claim to be a traveler.
No.
If we're being really self-reflective.
All right, everyone. I hope you had some fun with this. It will be posted. Check out the blog post. We have a lot more information around it, a lot more descriptions. But you can see the questions there. Do it by yourself. Share it with your friends, and let's see what your travel group really is. Maybe you can use this as ammo for someone who claims they're one thing, but you really know they're another. All right.
Or that.
All right. You'll find it in our blog at 1923mainstreet.com. And as always, follow along on social media at 1923 Main Street. We hope you enjoyed the quiz this week. And as always, as the traveler in me says, roam freely and wear boldly.
Bye-bye.